The last conversation was perfect, and I have started enjoying it already. So I appreciate last presentation. My name is Gilbert. I'm showing as HP.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Gilbert. Yeah. Any other feedback? All right. So I want to believe that maybe we have a very noisy background and we don't want to disorganize the class, or perhaps not in a good situation, but that's very fine. Uh, we'll go ahead with what we have for today. So I'd like to appreciate Mr. Gilbert for joining on today. As with Wike, Duku, thank you, John Favor. Thank you, Samson Emmanuel Jigawa, for joining in today. All right, so today we're going to continue, okay, in our learning experience. We have seen how we can maximize some tools to carry out our educational purposes and researches, and many other aspects of our lives, like the chat GPT that will help us manage our daily activities, help us research. We've seen where even ministers of the gospel could use some of those tools. We've seen some of the tools we've presented, how those who are into graphic design and all of that can maximize these tools. And so the whole aim and purpose is to give you the psychology of some of these tools, that after this class, you will not just know how to, you not just discover some tools or know about some tools, but you will be an expert in this area. You'll be able to navigate, identify any tool that suits your purpose. Okay. So these are some of the things we look forward to. And so today I would like to just look at two dimensions as we wrap up, but it doesn't end here today. Between today and Wednesday next week, I will be able to respond to personal requests and queries. Maybe some of you may have something peculiar to your area of specialization that maybe we have not addressed or touched, and you want help in some of these areas on how to, navigate and put things straight. That's fine. We can do that as well. You can connect directly with me and then we'll discuss, and then I'll see how I can help you out in that area as well. So yeah, so I'll post more videos on the link, okay, on the group rather, and you can still see them and understand how to do a couple of things here and there with artificial intelligence. And I tell you, you want to explore this area because uh, what it is doing, I'm telling you, most of us just have no idea. We don't, I mean, Africanization is still eating up on us when nations have gone far, in using these tools in achieving purpose. We're going to see a couple of them today and see how we progress. So I hope we've been able to take time to go through some of the videos we've posted in the group. All right, so let me share my screen and then we would kick off from there. Okay, right here. All right, so uh, in our optimization journey, want to look at a few implements or tools we can use for uh, agriculture. All right, in the agriculture, we are Africans and we evolve. We do more in this area, even though we have some of our secular jobs and stuff like that. I know some of us still have that small farm area in your neighborhood or somewhere that you still go back to farm, or sometimes you just have someone manage it for you, you know. So um, we'll just explore some of these areas, and then you see the technology had gone far, and the problem is we don't even know that these things exist, not to talk of tapping into them. Yeah, so I'll expose some of these things to us, and there are things you can readily start using. Now, there are so many out there, but we need some secondary technology to be able to implement them. But what we're doing is to see the ones you can readily tap into. Some other people have done the hard work. They have designed the programs. They have built the database. They have captured information and stored and provide solution to most of the challenges we find in the area of farming and all of that. So all you need to do, as a matter of fact, these tools are free. Okay, they are free. You can start using them immediately. Now, we want to see, how uh, AI is impacting society and revolutionizing how people farm in the modern days. Okay, so this is a material that I have prepared. I've been preparing it. I just concluded it this afternoon as I was preparing for us today. And I'm very certain, I trust God that it is going to, as a matter of fact, open your eyes to so many possibilities, that are around you. Okay, so yeah, of course, agriculture has always been the backbone of human civilization. This is where we came from. This is how human beings began to thrive. Okay, the first or the early people did not start white collar jobs. They started farming, and it had uh, built to where we are today. Okay, so it has been providing food, raw materials, and livelihood, and yet the traditional art of farming has faced immense challenges over the years. Unpredictable weather, declining soil fertility, pests and diseases, post-harvest losses, and mounting pressure on feeding rapidly growing global population and response to the challenges. So artificial intelligence was imbibed. Now technology had been brought into technology, I mean brought into farming over the years, but at this juncture it has taken it to a whole new level entirely, whereby you see. Okay. I think someone's microphone is interrupting.
Ezekiel is open.
Ezekiel Gunde, could you mute, please? Okay, thank you. All right, so please, as much as possible, once you just log in, try to try to mute your microphones, all right? It will help us focus, concentrate. And then this training is being recorded as well, and it's going to go online for you to access. So technology has has brought farming to where it is today, whereby you have mechanized farming, where that is, putting up robotics together, whereby from the plowing to the planting to the weeding to the watering to the fertilizing to the harvesting to the all the way to bagging, labeling, and stocking for store. You have little or no human intervention. Machines do these things, from end to end. I was shocked. I think it was on TikTok the other day. I was seeing how tomatoes and debris, dirt, the leaves and everything, it harvested tomatoes fresh. It's a machine, and it didn't smash all the tomatoes. They came out all pure. And so they were pouring the debris. Now, this machine was programmed with an intelligence whereby it selects tomatoes and everything debris. So they were pouring it, falling. and they had these levers that select tomatoes automatically, So if it's a tomato, it will select it very fast. And if it's a drupe or whatever it is, and it was so amazing. So these are intelligence. So these are what human beings supposed to do. They see, identify a product, and then separate it. But these are tools that have no feeling, emotions, or even eyes. They just use sensories and programs that have been imbibed into them. So that is where we are right now. Okay, so just looking at how AI has shaped farming globally, precise agriculture. I'm telling you, this is very shocking. This is where you see GMOs have come into right now. And it'll amaze you that scientists can plant products and based on this genetic engineering right now, not artificial intelligence, I'm just trying to say, but precise agriculture right now can use the aid of AI powered drones, okay, and sensors and satellite imagery, you know, to view from outer space. They can view, a particular plot of property, and they can tell you the quality and the texture of that soil, the nutritious level, what it can cultivate, the disease or pest control that needs to take place in that piece of property right from space. And some of these technologies have been stored in databases and been handed to us. All we need to do is just access them through applications on our phones and devices. And so we want to see how we can take advantage of some of these tools and technology and make the best of them, in our day and time. Now we're going to see some of them a little shortly, rather, and then smart crop management. So AI tools like Plantix, which is we're going to see, and others help detect crop diseases instantly through just you know smartphone cameras. I mean, it's amazing, and it gives you real-time feedback and real-time solution from thousands and thousands of database and procedures. All right. So predictive analysis, AI models analyze weather patterns, soil data, and historical yields to predict the best planting times and expected harvest. The what are these people called? Uh, these weathercast people. What's this their name? I skip my mind right now. Um, I mean, it's amazing how they can tell you that it will not rain in 2 weeks and it will come out like that. They will say tomorrow it's going to rain from 4 p.m. to, and so you'll be wondering how could they tell tomorrow's weathercast so precisely, even with the time. And tomorrow by 4 p.m. you're going to see it rain. And these are artificial intelligence. So if you apply these to your farming skills, you're going to see that what most people do earlier age is just to predict and say, well, every April, maybe the first 2 weeks or first 3 weeks of April, it will start raining and stuff like that. And then when the first rain comes, they go ahead and plant. And then unfortunately, rain doesn't come and then their seeds die underground. So these are some limitations to what we have now, seeing that our ozone layer had been depleted, the weather is not as it used to be. The sky has been scorched, and ice in the glaciers have been melting. So the water level has risen, and so many things happen. And so you need something more than logical reasoning or predictive cognizance to have an intelligence that is beyond, what we could see in the physical, except maybe um, you want to believe the Lord and the Holy Spirit to tell you when to farm and when not to farm. So these tools are here to help us, get by as soon as possible. I mean, we have automation robotics. I talked about it. These things can, go in your field and detect everything and tell you the kind of chemicals you should use, the kind of fertilizer, and all of that. And one very important aspect of it that I like is, market intelligence. So it not only help in the production of your farm produce, but also in predicting market demand. I mean, these applications are out there and they are plugged into other databases and information that flows. So you would see where there is higher demand or when the demand is much or less, and then you can know what to plant this year and then where to send your product to get the best price. As a matter of fact, some predict the best time to sell, which there will be you make more profit and all of that. So we're going to see all of these things. And so why African farmers should explore AI? Well, I mentioned quite a lot. Climate change and unpredictable weather, low yield and versus high potential. Uh, it tells you when to do what, okay? And it helps you investigate the kind of pest you should use. In fact, there is one that, measures the compost that you should use, what kind of farm, what kind of compost you have, and how to mix it and apply it. And based on regions now, some in Lagos, their own will be very different from those in Kano, so it reduces loss when you know what to do ahead of time. And financial inclusion. So many African farmers lack access to loans and insurance. And so the AI-driven farm helps you connect, to organizations and institutions that could, have access to your facility and then give you loan resources very easily. What our government does now is they cut out billions and billions of naira for farmers, and you could count the farmers that were able to tap into some of these loan facilities, and the rest you have no idea where it went to. And of course, youth engagement, they are tech savvy right now. So instead of sitting at home, they can begin to engage their minds to build stuff that, applications and programs that could help, in farming and business. All right, so let me not go too much. You're going to have this material. You can go through it. It will just prop you a bit on what you want to. So just vision for Africa farming and all of that. So the first tool we're going to look at is Plantix. All right. Now it is an app that you can readily download. I have downloaded it on my phone, and so I will go through it so you can see how you can use this tool. This is what the logo looks like. All right. So so many people kind of uh, uh, let me say use they they imitate. That's what I was looking for. They imitate most of these tools. So this is what plain ticks look like. So whenever you go there, make sure you see this tool just exactly like this before you download. So how does it work? All right. So Plantix is a mobile app powered by AI and image recognition. This is a powerful tool. It recognizes image and it acts as a digital crop doctor. So you have an expert, you have a consultant in your hand once you download this great tool right here. And so um, uh, this is what it does. As a farmer, when you have this tool and log into it, we're going to go through the process. It takes a photo. So when you have your farm and then you suspect it has been infested with some pest or disease, so what you do is the farmer takes a photo. So a farmer uses the smartphone to take a picture of a leaf or fruit or stem showing symptoms of the disease you are suspecting. And then so for each resolution, so Plantix compares the photo against a database of 30 million images of diseased crop. I mean, so great. And then what it does is within seconds, it identifies the crop's disease, pest, or nutrients deficiency, instant diagnosis, and gives you recommendation on what to do right there. These are free applications. So this app provides the name of the disease, it its causes, what caused the disease, and recommended solutions. It could be organic remedies, it could be pesticides, it could be best practice, maybe something you're not doing properly. Some people water plants and the wrong period of time. So that could be a wrong move. It could be a certain pest that just plagued that environment or that locality, and then it will tell you exactly what to do. And so community and expert supports. There are farmers can also ask questions and share experiences in the Plantix community, getting advice from others. So you have a community where there are other people. So someone can mention that, oh, I had this same thing happen to me last year. I tried this, it didn't work at this. And someone will say, oh, yeah, this is what I did, and it worked perfectly. And I've done it for 3, 4, 5 years now. So what you need to do is do this, and this. And I'm certain it's going to help you. So it's a community that will support, how you deploy it. So the major uses of Plantix is crop disease and pest detection. So about 400,000 plant diseases and nutrients deficiencies across crops like maize, wheat, tomatoes, groundnut, cotton, and so many which we're going to see. It has that database, over 400, and so instant treatment, guidance, suggestions, right? Fertilizer, organic solutions, help avoid trial and error and save money. This is very, very fantastic right here. It will help you save try and error. You know how people will say, whether it is this, let me try this. It might just destroy the whole crop, or there won't be any efficiency. And so you find yourself spending much more than necessary to get a solution. Yeah, it also gives you the fertilizer advisory, and then, all of these things. So yields improvement, reduce your loss by 30%. Yeah, like we just mentioned the community knowledge. So we're going to have a practical example, like in Nigeria, tomato farmers using Plantix could quickly identify tomato blight through the app as just a blemish or an infection. Through the app, instead of waiting for an agromist visit to visit your farm or see what you have, you just bypass all the process of that consultancy fee and everything, and instantly you already know what it is and know what to do. So they apply the recommended solution immediately and reduce crop loss by 30%. So in India, they use this a lot. Actually, they call it uh, the WhatsApp farmers. you know, the, it's so amazing. The WhatsApp of for farmers. I beg your pardon. So we use WhatsApp, and what they use this application the way we use WhatsApp. They use it so much. All right. So this tool um, has not actually come to take away the job of farmers, but is actually there to empower them to do even much more. All right. Yeah. So let me get to share. Let me stop sharing this and then share my phone device. Now I'm using my phone device for this transaction. And okay, okay. So this is my screen, and now I will. So I'll just go through the process. You may not be able to see the things I am pointing out, but you will see some of the parts. I hope you'll be able to identify them. So this is my home screen on my phone, and this is where I arrange my applications. I don't know if you're able to see my mouse, but they're not withstanding. So my AI tools, I categorize everything according to how I want them, and then So this is where I have some of my AI tools, which I use. Now, if the lowest part, the last tool, way down there, that is Plantix. That is what you're going to see when you go to App Store. So I'm going to tap it. This is it. It's opening. And so I'll choose English language up there, accept. Now I've already installed this on my phone. I've used it, but for this purpose, I uninstalled everything, so that we can see the process. All right, so we go next, and then also next, it's help growing tips, and then you should allow notification. All right, do not disallow, because this is when it will be updating you. It gets information and updates about some project you started or you're doing, and will update you. So you allow notifications. All right, so it prompts you, and then you allow. From your setting, access to device location, it's important that you allow this as well, so that it knows the region that you are. Wherever your phone is, it's locating where your phone is. That's your region. All right, and then it can give you update and information about disease control, pest control, soil, texture, nutrition, and all of that at very point in time. So you allow that as well. Okay, so while using this app, and then it brings you to this page. So now you're going to select 8 crops. All right, 8 crops that you're going to be working at the same time, or should I say a maximum of 8. So you can see different tools, I mean, um, crops right here. Now, it doesn't mean that is all the crops you would ever use. Later on, maybe you're not cultivating that plant in that season. You can go back, remove some that you are not cultivating, and then add those that you are cultivating. So let me see. Let me choose beans as one of them. I know we do that a lot here. Let me look at uh, cassava. I know in Africa we do cassava a lot. Let me look at ginger. I know in ginger we do a lot of ginger. Let me look at maize. I cannot overlook that. Okay, we have okra right here. That is 5. Yeah, millet. We farm millet here a lot too. Um, we have peanut, granite. We farm granite a lot here too. All right, so I know there's tomatoes. This is potatoes. And okay, so let me choose potato and tomatoes right here. So if you look at the top right, you see we have 8 already. Now, like I mentioned, you can come back later and change it. So probably you have other things that you are focusing that are not part of this. You can select your 8 best, or it could be just one crop that you are, so you can, choose that as well. So we go next. And so you want to choose what describes your kind of farming. All right. So I grow crops in the field. You go to the farm. It's a farm land, or you grow crops in your home garden. You just have somewhere very small in your backyard. You want to understand how some of these things take place. What could have been the cause? Could it be a human agent that caused the effect of the situation you're having with your plants? And then the other one is you grow crops in pots. So when it's going to recommend the kind of fertilizer you use or the kind of pesticide, it understands from what background or for what kind of purpose now. So what you will use in the open field will be different from maybe what you would use in pots in your backyard and stuff like that. So let me use open field, okay? Um, and then we go ahead. And then, so you can see right here at the very top, you have all the crops. Now, you notice that because I allowed it to see my location and my, all the features that I permitted it to take access of. So it takes some of those things, spraying conditions unavailable. We have not We don't have that feature for now. Let me see weathercast. I just tapped on that spring conditions now. Okay, so Abuja is giving us the temperature, the spraying time. It says the best time for spraying your crops best. You can see there 7 p.m. That is optimal. Moderate is 8 p.m. Unfavorable are the ones you see not now, not 5, not 6, not 9, not 10 p.m. All right. So we can see even the weathercast for the next 6 days. It says raining on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. It will rain. We'll have 23 degrees, and on Friday it's going to be 24 degrees. It's going to be quite sunny. So it's giving us the weathercast for this period. All right. So let's go back to our weather. All right. So heal your crop. So the first is to take a picture. All right. The first tool under heal your crop is to take a picture. So what you do is it the stem that you observed some things, or is it the leaf, or is it part of the fruit? So that helps you begin your diagnosis. So if I, you know, click on that, it gives me, while using this app, yes. Unfortunately, I am not in the farm. I am in my office. So you're looking at my computer screen right now. So let's assume you are on your farm. Uh, you are going to put that picture on the plant and take the picture. And so it's going to take you through the process of diagnosis. All right. It will take the picture, it will read the diagnosis, and then it will get you medicine. Medicine is, it will profile the solution for what you can do. So it's just that it's a plain text. You focus it on the plant, and then you snap right there, the snap tool. Once you hit it, it's going to take the picture of that plant, and then it will start processing the plant and giving you the diagnosis. So I'm very certain that I mean I'm hoping that once we are done, you can try that out. And outside here, I could do that too, but you may not see what I'm doing. So fertilizer calculator right under there, fertilizer calculator. This is where it tells you the best ratio on mixing whatever kind of fertilizer you have for optimal use. So I click on the fertilizer and then it comes out. Now, if you look at the top right, it's selecting what plant are you trying to apply these things to. So out of the list that I've chosen, I'm going to select, I want to apply it to my millet, and then to upload. So you can now edit. So are you using, is it on a hectare or acre, whatever? So I can edit the amount of, so based on your field size and crop, we've selected a nutrient ratio for you. So the most of us that are farmers knows what the N and the P and the K is. So for some, when you go and say buy NPK, buy this, that, you know, so that is what you can. So it has given you the ratio based on the size of acre that you've chosen. So you can increase your acre here. You can have, oh, sorry. So you can have 0.5 acres, 1 acre, 2 acre. Did you notice that the quantity of the NPK is changing? It's changing and changing. Yeah, so that's how it works. So you select that and then you calculate, it will give you the total reading. Okay, let me see. Bishop, okay. Oh, okay. Someone says, please, can the volume on the background sound be slightly lowered? Okay. All right, I'll do that right now. And good evening, please, from our bishop. He says, is this Plantix, let me see, tool only useful for agri purpose? Yes, yes, yes. It's only for agri purposes. Yeah. So let me reduce the volume completely, and let me see if, so please tell me if we are good. All right. So please let me know. I'm using two devices here actually, and so I just needed to get a feedback from what I was sharing. That's why I just allowed that a little bit, but I didn't know it was actually giving that feedback. So yes, sir, this is agri purpose strictly. I don't know if you were able to see the video for yesterday. That was for ministry.